Hey, what's going on YouTube? So today I want to share with you how I was able to become successful with e-commerce and Shopify dropshipping in under 37 days. Now, 6 years ago when I first started this business model, I was probably like most of you who are watching this right now. I was super skeptical. In fact, I thought that selling products online and the dropshipping system was a scam, selling crappy products that with long shipping times from China. It just didn't make sense to me. But there was something in me saying I should give it a try. And I did not have any experience selling products online. I had a laptop, had a little bit of money saved aside from some of the side jobs that I did and from some allowance that my parents gave me. But really, I didn't have much at all. But everyone around me kept telling me that it's a scam, that it's saturated. And this was 6 years ago. And I think we can all relate that people are saying that now. And it's pretty funny to see that all throughout my journey and generating millions of dollars in sales to this point, people have been just the same over and over. And that was a big lesson for me looking back at it today, that when everyone is telling you something, you have to dig a little deeper. And that's exactly what I did. I started to look into the business model of Shopify dropshipping. And the more I looked into it, the more it just made sense. I was scrolling on my Instagram feed and I started to realize that there were ads with millions of views. That means they were probably making a lot of money. And when I clicked on those ads, I actually saw that these stores were dropshipping stores. After looking on AliExpress, I found the same exact product for 75% less. And it was just mind-boggling to me that these people were not even touching their product. They were just marketing these products in the correct way and making a ton of money. And that was a big motivating factor to me. I remember the day where I was scrolling on YouTube and I saw this guy and he made $20,000 in a single month from his dropshipping store. For me, that was crazy. I thought the only way to make money today was by getting a job, going to college for a few years, and just living that life of the 9 to 5. And because that's all I saw around me. And I started to realize that there was more to it. And building an online business, yes, I knew that it may take some time and it may not be the get rich quick scheme that everyone was advertising it as. So I decided to take the jump. And I still remember the day where I just opened up that Shopify store and I just tried to start looking for a product. And like most people, the first product that I chose was a dog product, okay? And this is what most people do. They go and choose a product that is super saturated, that everyone is selling, that is super over competitive. And I remember listing that product on my store. And this dog store was the most generic Shopify store you'll ever see. And I thought that it was going to sell like hotcakes. And you never know. And just like that, I spent the whole afternoon trying to design my Shopify store, put the product on. I was getting the product for $5 on AliExpress, listing it for 20 to 30 on my website. And I thought I was going to be rich. And I feel like this is what most dropshippers go through. And it's at this point where 95% of the people weed out and they just move on to the next get rich quick business model, because that's what happened to me. I launched my ads, the Facebook ads, and within 24 hours, I quickly went back to my Shopify store and I thought my notifications weren't working. I'm like, where is the sales? I was just looking at my dashboard and crickets. I had 0 sales and it was pretty demotivating, but I knew that there was still something there. I did not want to give up and I kept pushing at it. I remember getting new video ads and decided to actually launch a campaign on Instagram. So I paid an Instagram theme page to post my video and that worked. Literally, I started getting sale after sale after sale. And I remember hitting that day about $400 in sales. And I remember paying that Instagram page about $150. So I was in profit. And that was my first little bit of that motivation that I needed to really set myself on fire. I saw that the business model actually worked, but I had just one problem. The Instagram page that I paid was a really good page and I kind of got a bargain with that page for paying only $150. I then paid a few other pages and crickets, no sales. I guess I kind of got lucky with that page since they never really had many ads posted on the page. So that $150 was a good investment, but I couldn't replicate it. So it was kind of a moment going from a high to a super low, hoping that I found my winner product and realizing now I'm back at ground zero. I realized that if I truly wanted to build the laptop lifestyle life of be able to travel and to be able to just bring my laptop along and getting sales 24/7 while I sleep, I needed to do ads, because with ads like TikTok ads, Facebook ads, you actually don't need to run your business all day long. You can literally set your ads up in the morning and take a look at it throughout the day and let those sales roll in if you have everything set up correctly. So I decided to go out on the journey again and try to find a winner product that can scale with ads. Now, those few months of starting from zero again was super tough. Product after product that I tested, I just couldn't figure it out. Why isn't it working? I was building Shopify store after Shopify store, testing product after product, and I just couldn't find something that would actually be profitable and I can scale. It didn't make sense to me. Why was I failing? And this is where most people get stuck. The repetition of testing, yet they don't know what they're doing wrong. And I realized that the only way I was going to figure out how to improve and how to crack this system is by actually having someone look over everything that I was doing. And that was when I invested in my first mentor. Until then, I actually purchased a Shopify dropshipping course and watched a ton of YouTube videos. I was all on my own. And I still remember the day where I got on a call with my mentor. It was our first call. I remember paying him $2,000 for a month of mentoring and a few one-on-one calls, which was super valuable to me. Now, that $2,000 was a lot of money for me at the time. In fact, it was most of my bank account. But the reason why I did it is I came to the point where I said, either I'm going to college and this is going to be my life, or I get to give this one last full shot. And if it succeeds, that $2,000 will just be considered pennies for me. And I firmly believe that because I invested that money into a mentor and it was a lot of money for me, I actually took it seriously. And because I took it seriously, I gave it my 110%, and I'm sitting here today. It's actually pretty scary that if I didn't make that decision to take that jump, I have no idea where I'd be today. Probably stuck in a job that I hate and never be able to help anyone or make these YouTube videos or do the millions of dollars of e-commerce revenue that I've done. It's mind-boggling. But anyways, back to our story. I remember that first call with my mentor. It was wild to me how he went into my website and right away, he told me what I was doing wrong. He showed me an example of a good-looking Shopify store, a branded Shopify store, and then I looked at mine. I will tell you, that was a big shocking moment. I realized that I was doing things so wrong. The same things that 98% of dropshippers do, which is causing them to fail. And that's when I realized the branded dropshipping model was the way to go, where you actually need to spend time on creating a branded Shopify store. So branded that when someone comes onto your store, they don't even know that you're dropshipping. Now, I thought building a branded Shopify store would take me months to create and tens of thousands of dollars. But after implementing the correct themes, layouts, and using the right tools to make sure my images and content was on point, my store went from a 5 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10. And that's when things started to take off. I started to think about how would my customers react when they would come on my store? How would they react when they saw my video ad? Would they want to actually click and buy, or would they continue to scroll? And putting myself in my customer's shoes changed the game for me. I was quickly able to find my first winner product and hit my first $10,000 in sales. From the point I realized what I was doing wrong and started to learn how to build branded dropshipping stores and doing branded dropshipping launches, it was about a month until things exploded. Hitting my first winner product, second winner product, third winner product. And in the matter of months, I went from 10K months to $100,000 a month with my dropshipping business. The year after that, it even exploded further, hitting a record of $45,000 in a single day on Black Friday. Day after day, all my hard work started to finally come together and started to work. I realized that if I could do it with one store, I could do it with multiple, and started to build brands over and over. Now, keep in mind, throughout this entire journey, I was posting on Instagram. From the point I had zero sales, and from the point that I almost quit everything to the point where I was hitting $45,000 in a single day, I was documenting my journey. And I remember as I started to hit crazy success, I started to get endorsed and shout outs from all these massive people who thought my story was incredible. I remember going to a Ty Lopez event, and he actually just pulled out his phone, put me on his Instagram page, put me on his YouTube channel, and my social media just exploded. It was a wild moment for me. Today, I have done over $7 million in e-commerce revenue. I have also sold multiple multiple of my brands. For example, Cloudy Sharks was one of my stores. You could actually look it up on TikTok and Instagram. We sold that store for 6 figures and we did about $1 million in sales in just about 6 months. Now, here's a big mistake that I made along my journey. I had periods where I found a winner product. I would scale it for a few months, sometimes even 6 months to a year. And I would just completely get lazy. I would get complacent. I would make a ton of money. And I've never seen that much money in my life. Just the fact that you're not really working 24/7, right? You're working maybe 2-3 hours per day. And, it comes to the point where you don't want to stop working. You always want to work because you always want to level up. And you get complacent sometimes when you find a winner product. What I want to tell each and every single one of you is never stop moving up the ladder. Even if you are watching this right now, making a decision whether or not you want to start your own e-commerce brand or dropshipping store, one thing is for sure is move forward, right? Never stand still, because standing still is a recipe for disaster. It literally automatically guarantees that you will fail because you're not doing anything. And especially when you are on the pathway of trying to get success or, starting a business or even scaling your business, you have to always move forward. And that is my message for you guys today. If you're watching this right now, I want you to just stop for a moment and understand that your life is going to move forward no matter what, okay? And that if you want to go places in life, if you want to build a successful business, if you want to make millions of dollars, if you want to travel more, if you want to quit your job, you need to take action. As cliche as it sounds, you need to move forward. If you do not move forward, you will be moving back and falling down the mountain. So that's something that I learned throughout my entire journey. If I never took that jump in starting the business, right? After watching videos on YouTube of people making money online and not starting that business right away. And if I would have procrastinated and waited on the sidelines, again, I'd just be wasting time that you never get back. And today I'm 23 years old and I have my own family. I'm able to support them and I have my own investment properties. And I just feel that, and don't get me wrong, I am nowhere near where I want to be in life, but I am super grateful. I'm super grateful for all the hard work that young Sam put in to get to where he is today. And that if you're watching this right now, and for me, going 110% in on starting an e-commerce business and selling up products online, even though everyone told me that it was saturated, that I shouldn't do it, that it was a scam, I did it anyways because I knew that in order to get to where I want to be in life, I needed to just close out all the noise and forget about all the haters, forget about all those naysayers. I needed to be optimistic and actually believe that I can do it if I wanted to do it. That is always the first step. So if you're ready to go on your journey with e-commerce, then make sure you hit me a follow on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I will have resources like a free training, free masterclass in the description below. Peace out.